Good evening. My name is Billy Park, and this is my journal entry for week 1 and introduction to health and wellness. The first bit here is to describe the 7 dimensions of wellness listed in the text. First off, there's emotional, which is when you can cope effectively with anything that happens in your life, and that you seek out and create satisfying relationships. I believe that would be both emotional, personal and professional relationships for that. Financial is one of the dimensions. It's when you are essentially having satisfaction with your current or future financial situations. This being somewhat not freaking out and living paycheck to paycheck. Then again, some people are very happy doing that, so it's one of those balancing acts there. There is a social dimension, which says it's developing a sense of connection, belonging, and a well-developed support system. I believe this speaks more to the idea of, again, finding friendships or even just acquaintances that you can speak to and be your support system. It probably also has your family aspect in there as well, people you can talk to in your family. There is a spiritual dimension, which kind of seems almost self-explanatory with it saying spiritual, that it's expanding our sense of purpose and meaning of life. I know that's coming straight off of the slides that we had, but that's really what that one comes down to. If you're finding out your sense of purpose within yourself, whether you're doing it in a manner of really one of those internal search, or if you go to church and that kind of thing, or whatever your religion may be. Occupational, being satisfied with your job. Are you happy there? Is it fulfilling? Physical, being physically active and getting enough sleep and eating the right foods, getting proper nutrition. Intellectual, doing more than just school for knowledge. Understanding that you can go out and seek knowledge on your own. You could seek out an intellectual stimulation through reading your own books, internet, videos, all of those kind of things. There's also the environmental, which the slide says good health by occupying pleasant, stimulating environments that support well-being. I believe that speaks a lot to the environment that you live in the sense of your home life versus work life, because I believe that's occupational. So the environmental is really the neighborhood you live in and your home. For the assessment, I wasn't really surprised at all. I scored an 88.9. I'm very well aware of myself and in tune with myself in that concept of my own wellness, having completed massage therapy school in March. I'm still very much living a lifestyle that keeps me in touch with my own body and my life. My 3 weakest, I would definitely have to say, formally, that's still my weakest, I would have to say, would be a financial. Oh man, this is hard. Financial, social, and occupational. That being my three weakest factors. The same things have led to, like for occupational, I've always gone after bigger money because I've always equated like occupational and financial really together in myself, where I have to go after the biggest money so I can be happy in my home. Social, I keep a lot to myself these days. I just don't have time for the nonsense that people have, but I still have very close friends and a select few that I love and care for and keep close to me. My 3 strongest, I would have to say physical, intellectual, and spiritual. Those 3 things have really come into being my strongest suits in the past year and a half, where now I go to the gym at least 3 days a week, and I'm revamping my own workout schedule, My girlfriend keeps me eating healthy these days, which I think the universe for her, because I'd probably be eating the horriblest food or just eating rice and chicken all the time and having no neck. Um, Intellectual, I love to read. The internet, screw having cable unless it's Discovery Channel, Science Channel, History Channel, all the stuff that's going to teach me how to do things. That's what I pretty much use the internet for, that and Facebook. Um, Wellness to me is really finding a balance within yourself and your life. Just everything from are you really in touch with who you are, with your physical being, with your spiritual being, with your social being as well, if that makes any sense. The Improving my weakest dimension. For me, that's financial. It's always been that way. No matter what kind of job I've had, no matter how much money I've made, I've always lived paycheck to paycheck. I've never had a real sense of preparing for the future. And these days I do. Ever since I quit working at Red Bull and I started working at a massage studio, every day I bring home money and I put it away. And I make way less money than I did when I worked at Red Bull, but I have way more money in my savings account, which is the craziest thing to me. Um, Other than that, thanks for listening, and this is the end.